feel like a drummer, one of these guys who has to move his microphone back. So I'm doing that. I think that's us. Are we going now? Holy smokes, man! That's what 5 minutes into the stream, and I finally managed to turn the mic on. How's that? So still can't hear you. What? It says it's working here. It says everything's working. Honestly. Oh, honestly. So here we are, 5 minutes in. You wanted the best, and you got some old amateur in Scotland wearing a Detroit hat, though. Hello to my friend Fred, who's from Detroit, but currently in Raleigh, North Carolina. My favourite place in America. So, maybe about 40 minutes today. Now my microphone's finally working, so I have my extensive show notes, if you can see that. So, what we're going to start with. First of all, thank you. Thank you for turning up on a Sunday afternoon here in Edinburgh. It's bloody freezing. It's absolutely freezing. Nice hat, says Fred. This is from our mutual friend John. He sent this from Grand Rapids, Michigan, along with his beaver research hat. But we don't talk about beaver research on the internet. So, yes. Richie's from Toronto. The Canuck. Can you say Canuck? I'm at the age where I have to be very careful what I say. I think you can say Canuck. I think you're allowed to say people from Canada are Canucks. So, first of all, Kiss last night. Was anybody at Madison Square Garden last? Well, there was probably about 20,000 people, but was was anybody in my audience at the final show, the final show of the final tour? I was going to watch it. I think it was £15 in the UK or something like that. But it was on at 1 o'clock. I'm an old guy. I mean, I was going to say I'd be in my bed by that point. You think I was tired, but I'd probably be smashed at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't watch it. I watched a couple of clips from the night before, and I've seen Kiss loads of times, including without Ace. It's always good fun, but it seems to, perhaps not surprisingly, they're going to continue on as holograms. At least the soundboard for my guitar. Yes, a good point, Gordon. Yes, or is it? I don't know. So, has anybody seen this Kiss the New Era? I don't want my live stream to turn into some old curmudgeon just moaning about stuff. But who's going to go and see a Kiss hologram show? I mean, especially if I don't think it's Ace, and no disrespect to Tommy Taylor, who's a fantastic guitar player who does a very good impression of Ace. I'm not knocking Tommy here, but who's going to pay money to go and see a hologram of Kiss if it's not Ace? Beggars belief. But anyway, people need to keep the money rolling in. Talking about Ace, here we go. I'm going to try someone else here. I mean, I'll get done for copyright, but what the hell, I can forego that £2.20 that I normally earn on a live stream. I'll be fine. Sorry, yeah, Fred. That original tune, that first song I played there, I've decided to play some of my own stuff. That was a tune which was originally called Filth Monger, which I can't remember why we called it Filth Monger, but it ended up being called. It's on the Dead Eyes Open EP. Was it called? Illuminate Me, I think. And I got Spooks. Spooks was the singer and drummer in Dead Eyes Open. I got him to send just the drum backing track and the keyboards over, because I sort of wrote all these songs just from a very, very simple backing track, and just sent the very, very simple backing track to Spooks, and he put great drums and great singing and everything like on top of it. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll recreate these songs, because I think I wrote that in 2011. So that was just the drums and the keyboards and synths backing track, and then I added bass yesterday, and that was me just playing guitar over my own track, which will get copyrighted as well, because all our stuff gets caught on YouTube, you know. So again, I'll not be getting that £2.20, but hey ho. I'll read some comments here now. I think the comments are slightly behind what I'm saying, because I'm watching myself on my phone as well, just to get another review. Remember, hit that like, smash that like button, as they say. Kiss at Their Best was a long time ago. I know it was, you know, and you know, I'm kind of the same. I listened to the new. I'm losing track here. I was going to talk about Ace, but I'll talk about this. This was kind of part of the same thing. I listened to the new Bruce Dickinson single the other day. Was it Ghost of Ragnarok? And I thought, you know, I probably haven't listened to a Maiden album since Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, and you get to that stage in life where you just, you know, you don't like any of the new stuff. So yeah, a Kiss, you know, Kiss were best in the 70s, but you know, I always think if there's a market there, you know, if people want to come out and see you, you keep playing, you know. The time to not go out and play is when people don't buy tickets. So, you know, people saying it's not Kiss, and you know, I get that. It's not Kiss, but you know, they're still selling out venues, still going to see them. I guess it's like when Schenker left. I've got a Schenker thing coming up as well. When Schenker left UFO, there was probably people saying, who's this guy, Paul Chapman? Although he had been in the band for a wee while earlier. I'm not going to go and see UFO because Paul Chapman's been Michael Schenker, and I get all that. But anyway, my point is, if Kiss can still sell tickets, you know, good on them, you know. But I'll not be going to see a hologram of somebody who's no Ace Frehley. I said that in my best Scottish accent there. So what was I going to do? Yes, the new Ace Frehley single was brilliant. So I'll get caught for copyright. Well, I'm going to try and play a song from Other Laptop, because it's great. The pre-chorus of this new tune is fantastic. You ready? If this works. How good is that? Absolutely brilliant. I mean, I think it was written by one of the guys in Trickster. I don't know much about Trickster apart from the fact anything I heard I probably didn't like, but man, that's fantastic. 72-year-old Ace, or whatever Ace is, singing about getting hit by 10,000 volts when some girl looked at him. It's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. I really, really like that. That's his new single, 10,000 volts. So, I'll read the comments here. Gordon knows how he push my buttons. He's asking about the Rolling Stones. What about the new Rolling Stones album? I haven't heard it. I don't even think Jane's heard it. I mean, well, you'll know Jane. Jane's favourite band are the Stones, but I don't even think she's heard. I've not heard the single. I mean, I'm not going to get banned off the internet for knocking the Rolling Stones, so I won't. But I, you know, maybe it's okay. I don't know. I will check it out though. I will check it out. I will check the new Stones album. Dave Lewis. Yeah, Dave Lewis has a few chips, and he got a Ace Frehley one. Like remember that Greco I had, the EG600 PR, which was pretty cool. Oh, first concert, Frehley's Comet opening for Alice Cooper. I should have worn my Frehley's Comet t-shirt. I've got a Kiss. I've got like a Kiss work shirt with the old 70s logo on it, and I've got an Ace Frehley's Comet t-shirt. I should have been flying both flags. I should have been flying the Kiss flag, the Ace Frehley flag, and Detroit. As Fred says, it's Detroit. It's not Detroit. Detroit. So yes, where was I? Oh, go back to my show notes. So what have I got coming up this month? I should do one of these every month, at the beginning of the month, and tell you what I've got coming up. I haven't done one of these in the UK or in Scotland for a year. My last one was at Fred's in Raleigh, so I was a bit nervous before this. I had a glass of wine before I started. But I'll be okay. It's just after 5 o'clock. So it took ages to get it all set up. I forgot all the stuff you've got to do. So I should do one of these every month and tell you what I've got coming up. So I've got a few guitar lessons coming up. What do I have? Now I got a lot of people who subscribed because of the Quo stuff I did, and I truly appreciate that. I'm going to do loads more Quo. I'm a big Quo fan. I'm going to do a video on my Quo story, and I'm trying to find Quo songs that are obviously easy to play, so I can learn how to play them. But B, things that other people haven't done. There's no point in me doing a lesson on paper playing or Caroline or something like that, because there'll be better guitar players than me, better teachers than me out there who've already done it. So I have a lesson from If You Can't Stand the Heat, and it is a lesson for Oh What a Night. Now the problem with this album is there's tons of keyboards and horn sections and stuff, so trying to work out what the guitar chords were was quite difficult. Now that's probably, interestingly, he says, that's probably the Quo album that means the most to me, because I got it at a pivotal time in my life. I think when they came out, 78 or something like that. I was like 12, maybe just going on 13 when I bought that, and that's the Quo album that I got into big time. And every song on that, apart from, what's the slow one? Someone Show Me Home. Apart from that, it's great. I probably know every word. So I've got a lesson on that. I have a lesson on, and maybe a cover on, and we remember, Gordon Forbes will remember, the Mamas Boys. Ireland's rock and rollers, the Mamas Boys, who I saw in all places. Bathgate, played in West Lothian. With Rab, who Johnny Rockstar, who's here, we went to see the Mamas Boys in Bathgate, maybe 1981. They were sponsored by Lee Jeans. I remember the tour posters had sponsored by Lee Jeans, and they were all wearing double denim. It was like 3/4 of Quo. They were all wearing double denim. So I'm doing the guitar lesson 4. I'm doing a guitar lesson 4. Check this out. Sounds a bit like Ted Nugent. Sounds a bit like the Motor City Madman there. So I'm doing a lesson for straightforward, no looking back. So that's coming up. And the other one that I have done already is for a curve song. Now I did a curve song before. They are so difficult to do a lesson on and to learn, because the whole thing with curve was like it was like backing tracks, keys, backing tracks and stuff. So trying to work out what the guitar played is very difficult. So I've done my best on this one. So I'll set the bar pretty low. If you check out my lesson for Super Blaster by Curve, I'm doing my best on it. Very, very difficult. So that's the 3 lessons I've got coming up the next couple of weeks. Quo, Mamas Boys and Curve. a fair mixture there, I think you'll appreciate. Biff Byker, no, I'm going to do Welcome to the Show. I thought it was in drop tuning, like most Saxon songs are in E flat. But when I played along with that, I don't think it is. I think it's just in standard tuning. So I have actually played along with Welcome to the Show. I'm just trying to work a couple of small bits of it out. So I will be doing a lesson for that. I will do, and you have asked for it. So I appreciate that. I just haven't got around to it. And someone asked me to do a Robert Plant lesson as well, which I'm really struggling to get worked out. I can't work out Robbie Blunt's guitar parts. And if I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of the song either. So I do have a couple of things on the back burner that people have asked me to do. So I will be doing Biff Byford, and I will be doing the Robert Plant song. The Dreadnought in Bathgate, still a great place, Stevie, actually. When did I last play there? What? Sometime this year, maybe, actually. In fact, I'm going there in March or April next year to see an old friend, a punk rock legend. So I'm going along to see ex-SLF. I think I said that right, Henry. Ex-SLF. My headlining night at the Dreadnought in Bathgate. I think it's March. I've got my ticket there a week there. So I'm going along to the Bathgate. Bad Boy Boogie. What's Lost Geordie, man. I got my first Killing Joke album. I was going out with a girl when I think I was, I had to be quiet, my wife's going out with a girl when I was like 17, and she had that album, and she put it on, and I was like, can I swear? No, I won't swear. I was like, geez, that's really good, and I borrowed it, I've still got it, and that was whenever the album, the 80s came out, Nighttime came out, so I've had it since then. I don't think anybody can replicate the sound that Geordie had. It's that big Gibson hollow body and his two Burman amps and the phasing and the chorus and delay and stuff like that. I saw him a few times. I don't think anybody could replicate that. So I mean, I guess that's him calling it a day. And sad, man. What was he? 60, 64, 65 or something? That's no age these days, eh? God, so incredibly influential, and I mean, if nothing else, on Kurt Cobain for Kurt ripping that off. So sad day. I noticed you were playing some Killing Joke songs at rehearsal the other day. I wouldn't have been able to play them. I can't play anything like Geordie. Where are we? I think my cousin was saying, am I allowed to call you my cousin? Or just Johnny Rockstar, sorry. We were wearing double denim when we went to see the Mamas Boys as well. We were just kids. They probably still had a bowl cut. I'm going to go on to this. I'm getting on a tangent again, but I was looking for stuff the other day, and Johnny Rockstar will recognise this young chap. Look, that was my haircut when I was about 8. I'm going to swear, holy fuck. I think my mum used to cut my hair in a chair in the kitchen. My mum wasn't a hairdresser, by the way, she was a nurse. Looked like I needed a nurse after that. And, so I found that, so I probably had that haircut when we went to see the Mamas Boys. So, Rogue Male's Crazy Motorcycle. Crazy Motorcycle. That's quite easy, actually. I think that's just E, D, and G or something like that. That's a whole song. Have I got a new microphone? I do. I haven't done a live stream for a year, so I had this the last time, I think. It's apparently quite a good mic. It got good reviews, but the output's dead low, and I genuinely have it turned up full here, and it's barely hitting the meters. So I don't know what I need to do. It's a Rode Podcaster or something like that. So I don't know. So yes, who else is in? Witchfind. Did I do a Witch? I did a Witchfinder general lesson, didn't I? Free country. On LSD, and what was it? Mushroom tea on LSD. Careful what I'm saying. Witchfind, yes. Something from the Stage Fright album or something like that, perhaps. On Rick Fink, man. Rick Fink, please go and find his channel. He's just one of these guys who just writes such great tunes. He's like a one-man band. He's got like a bass drum, and then he's got like it's just the whole thing's going on. It's just Rick on his own. Rick Fink. Please do go and check him out. His tunes are brilliant. It's like I don't know, kind of new wavy, cheap trick and bits as well. It's brilliant. I'm sure I tried to talk him into recording some songs with me, but he's never got back to me about that. But I would like to. I'd love somebody to sing in some of my tunes, like Rick does, like that kind of quirky power pop, man. Aye, good. So please do go and check him out. Oh, Alistair, there he is. I need to. I've been doing my homework on Alba Burke. It's a long story. It's a pseudonym. Alistair was in like one of my favourite bands, Silverwing, and through fate we became friends, and we've done a couple of albums together. And I'm going to do like a full interview, but I'll be kind of fanboy. I mean, I have met Alistair, and he did, and Stuart, the other guitar player from Silverwing, they both signed my album. Oh, sorry, all fanboyish, 55-year-old fanboy. Hello, Alistair, could you sign my album, please? I'm a big fan. So I wanted to do an interview with Alistair about Silverwing and Petty Hate, because they toured with people like Hanoi Rocks and Diamond Head and stuff like that. I think Alistair's got some great stories. I don't know if he can share all of them on a social platform, but he's probably got some fantastic stories. So yes, hi Alistair. I appreciate you checking in. Rick Fink, honestly, man, go and check him out. He's just a quirky power pop genius. Where are we? What was I doing? More reviews. I've still got to do a full video on my Yamaha SG, my 1979, I think it is, over there in the rack. Still got to do a full video on that. The only thing I've had done to it was my friend Mike just fixed some of the binding, and it's just exactly as I got it. It said it's sort of a deep clean, and I don't think I'm going to change anything on it. It sounds and plays brilliant. I used it at a couple of gigs, and I've used it at rehearsals. Just haven't got. I think the problem with this, I need to make a video that's worthy of the guitar. I don't think it's just one of these videos where I'm just going, oh hello, I've got a new guitar. It's 42mm of the nut, and here's me dicking about on a blues tune. I need to make a video that's good enough for the guitar. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing a full review of my Performing Rights Society, my PRS. Sorry about that. SE24, I can never remember the name. McCarthy, something like that. The S2 is like an American made one. I never in my entire life thought I would own a PRS. It's just a brand and I don't know what it is. I think I've maybe just read things online and just thought, nah, I don't want to get a PRS. I'll do a whole video, but the reason I got that was I went into try another guitar, which they didn't have in stock. I tried about half a dozen guitars, all used guitars, and I didn't even know that one was there. And I just said to the chap in guitar, just give me that PRS. I'll just make sure it's as rubbish as I think it is. And then I brought it home. Just bought it second hand, came back, and it's like a, I don't know, it's like a, what do you call it? Swiss Army knife of guitars. It does everything, so it's great. So I've got those reviews. I've still got to do my 74 SG special. I've still not done a video on that either. So I was looking for stuff the other day there, and I found this. A Behringer, the FS600, which I got ages and ages ago, way back in the day. And I only used it a couple of times, and I thought it was the worst pedal I've ever owned, but I'm going to revisit it, because I think I was maybe just making it up. I think it's maybe okay. I think they're about £35-40 for tons of effects. So but I'm going to give that a go. But I think I used it at rehearsal, and the battery just died, and I thought this is a bit of shit. I'll check, see what people say. The problem here is I'm doing this in StreamYard, and none of the comments come up in StreamYard, so I have to check here. Any chance of getting a list? Rocksgang. I do. Have you seen my Rocksgang t-shirt? I got Keith to make me a Rocksgang t-shirt. He scratched my back. He didn't scratch my back, but things I've done before with Keith. Yes, I would love to do it. The problem I have with these sort of tunes is a lot of these 80s guys were just such good lead guitar players, and I reached my peak before these guys had even released a record. So I can't do any of the solos, but I'm happy to. I mean, it's always a worry for me if I'm being honest here. I'm amongst friends. I don't really do many solo lessons. And it's not that I can't do a guitar solo. I mean, I can put on a blues in A minor and I'll whittle all day. But I think some people feel cheated if you're doing you feel like you're being cheated. Some people feel cheated if you do a guitar lesson and you don't do the solo. Well, the people who keep thumbs down on my Michael Schenker group lessons obviously think that. Thanks, folks. So yeah, I stay away from stuff where people probably expect the lead guitar, but things like Rocks Gang, Junkyard, yeah. Tears Don't Mean a Thing. I would love to do Tears Don't Mean a Thing. That's one of my favourite songs of. Not only is it one of my favourite Junkyard songs, it's my favourite Junkyard song. It's one of my favourite songs of all time. Tears Don't Mean a Thing. I don't think it's on Spotify for some crazy reason. I don't know why it is. So I will do that. I mean, if people are happy for me to go over lessons where I'm not showing the solos, I mean, my channel isn't about showing people how to whittle on the guitar, mainly because I can't. I've always kind of pitched my channel, or tried to anyway, at people who just want to put a record on and just play along. You know, I'm not here to get you from intermediate to a brilliant guitar player. And I watched a video the other week there, Scottish guy Ross Campbell. Incredible. Ross is an incredible guitar player. It seems like a really nice chap. He made a video about people getting stuck at intermediate guitar player level, and I agreed with everything he said. This isn't me knocking him. I think he was right in everything he said of why some guitar players get stuck as intermediate guitar players. But I think what the most important thing they missed out was maybe some people don't want to go above an intermediate guitar. I've never. At best, I would describe myself as an intermediate guitar player. At best, on my best day. And I've never really wanted to go beyond that. I mean, it's not to say that I wish I could play the solo with Armed and Ready, but when I should have been learning, spending 3 months in the house learning the solo Armed and Ready, I was playing in a band. I was at a band practice with people. I was learning how to be in a band. I was learning how to write tunes, learning how to interact with people in a band. I wasn't spending, months of my life perfecting all this stuff. I wish I had now. But it is what it is. So I think the problem with that was he kind of missed it. Maybe people don't want to be any better than intermediate, and I'm kind of pitching my channel at people who just want to get a wee bit better, And I think one thing I need to do that I might do in 2024 is maybe do some really simple lessons. I mean, it's easy for me after 40 odd years of playing guitar, and as I said in other videos, I've been very lucky that I've been able to continue playing guitar through my sort of work career and personal life. And that I've always played guitar. I've always done gigs, still doing gigs. But there were people who maybe been playing as long but just haven't kept up with it. So I'm going to try and pitch really easy lessons. I'm going to do 3 songs off of British Steel. Just power chords, because I think there'll be people there who are the same vintage as me, who'll put on British Steel and maybe just think, you know what, I've got the house to myself, I've got a few beers and I'll get the guitar out and I'll play along with the whole British Steel. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and make some very easy lessons. There'll be no solos, there'll be no tricky stuff. So I'm going to do that. Stay away. Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to catch up on comments here. Where are we? Nice PRS. Could be yours, Gordon. You know what I'm like. I've got a couple of guitars coming soon. You need to pop by. Vincent, how you doing, sir? Hope you're well. A vintage V10 coaster. I haven't. Tony. I don't even know what that is. V10 coaster. Stevie says the delay on the Behringer's okay. Yeah, I think it was one of these pedals I took to band practice. I think I tried it in the house, and a couple of settings were quite good, and I thought I'll take it to band practice. And there was a new battery I'd put in it 2 days before, and it just died when we practice. It was really noisy, and then the battery just died, and I just threw it in the cupboard. So it's just been sitting in the cupboard. But I'm going to revisit it. If I'm being honest, doing pedal videos is the worst thing in the world. I don't know what it is. I'm not set up and with my sort of stuff for doing pedal videos. I'm not set up in my mindset for doing pedal videos. I mean, I got those Sonic Cake pedals to do reviews on, and they did quite well, and they wanted me to do more, and I thought, doing pedal videos really isn't for me. I'll tell you what's annoying, if I can be a bit of a curmudgeon about this. People doing pedal videos without their shoes on, and it's bad enough if they've got like slippers on, or socks. But I watched a video the other day, and some guy was demoing pedals with his bare feet. Let that sink in. He was on YouTube showing his bare feet on a pedal. I mean, it might have been an original clone, but I turned off immediately. I thought, I don't want to see some guy's big toe. Anyway, where are we? Stay away from the dusty end of the fretboard. A Boss SY, is that the synth type pedal? If it is, I've always fancied one of them. They sound great. Richie Pound, Aerosmith in the 80s. Yeah. I hope I haven't missed any, and I'm just sort of going through these. Stay away from the dust end of the fretboard. Yes, indeed. Why, I forgot to hit the like button. Smash that like button. What about your intermittent guitar level, Malcolm Young? I don't know. I mean, I think all things considered, Malcolm's a genius. He's a genius of just playing the right thing in exactly the right time with the right sound as well. I mean, it's that sound. So I would probably go on a limb here and put Malcolm down with more sort of advanced players, like people who are just so in the pocket in what they do. He just stands back there, or just stood back there, came forward, did his backing vocal, and just went back. Just an absolute genius of the guitar. And it's if you do AC/DC stuff on YouTube, you get banned. So I'll be careful. British Steel, yes, I'm going. Yeah, Dave, I get that. I think maybe over the last 3 or 4 years of me doing YouTube, I think I've got a little bit better. But I think I was better when I was 18, 19. And it was never about continuing that slope of becoming even better. It was just people, and I think it depends on the music you're into as well. People just get to a level where they think, okay, I can do the music that I want to do. I don't need to become, I'll use like Steve Vai or something like that. And I'm no knocking Steve Vai. Don't think it's that, but not everybody wants to get to that level. So, like I say, that video that I saw kind of missed that out. It was kind of pitching it to everybody should get to that, or everybody should strive to become such a great guitar player. And I thought, I don't agree with that. I think, I pitched it so I could be as good as Ace Frehley, and once you can do that pentatonic stuff, you think, that's me. I can be in a band. I can go out there. I can go and do gigs, and I can make records. And it was like, I understand the video. A lot of the video was people don't put enough effort in it, and I understand that. People just get to a stage and say that I've expended enough effort to get to the level that I'm at. I don't want to do anymore. So I see both sides of the argument, is what I'm saying. But my thing was, I don't think everybody desires to be an incredibly technically proficient guitar player. I think some people want to write songs like rock and roll or 4-letter words. It doesn't get any better than that. We just for hours to that. And so anyway, what was I saying? I'm just rambling away here. My wife said she'll have my dinner ready for the back of 6. So I've done all the tidying up. She's making dinner. So what else have I got to do a review for? I think I'm up to speed with the comments. I got this. Guitar. I think the UK's biggest sort of chain of guitar stores. I mean, people say, "Oh, it's about making money," but I got a message from the manager in Edinburgh Guitar to say this pedal came in. That he knew I was in a band called the Joyriders, and he says, "I'll keep it for you if you want it." So this was my original. Try and get that. This was my original Marshall Governor pedal that I bought when they came out, I believe, maybe 88, 89 or something like that. And then when I joined the Joyriders, I put this, I made this for it, because I thought somebody would maybe steal it when we were touring or something. It's on both sides. So I thought I put this in the bin at some point in the late 90s. I didn't remember what happened to it. But whoever bought this, and wherever they got it from, I don't remember selling it, has had it on their pedal board. They've left the Joyriders sticker on it. So this is my original pedal, my original Marshall Governor. And like I say, Chris at the Guitar got in touch with me and says, "Look, I've taken this in. If you want it, come in and you can buy it." And I was like, "Oh man, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much." So I did get this, and I'm going to do a full video on my original Marshall Governor, which is now safely back in my hands after, I don't know, 30 odd years or something like that. Quickly check these. Pedal videos with Crocs on. I could go on about this for hours. It's and people who haven't trimmed their toenails doing videos in their bare feet. This is a true story. I'll let the cat out of the bag here. When I came, about 5 minutes before I came to do this live stream, I put my shoes on. I put my shoes on, and my son says, "Oh, what are you putting your shoes on? Are you going out? I thought you were doing a live stream." I says, "Yeah, but just in case the camera pans down, I didn't even want to just be having my slippers on. Show a bit of decorum on the internet." That's what I say. Vincent, yeah, the Synths, I really like that Synths. Is that like the smaller version of the SY300 or something like that? Just the sound you get out of that. Brilliant. Toppers and mopping. I don't put toppers on pedals. Hendrix generator. Yeah, Rick, that's right. I mean, the guitar players of all stripes doing fantastic. Exactly, you could argue that Jack White isn't, doesn't have the best technical ability, but then the other side of that is he just has written some absolutely incredible songs with, the incredible guitar in. So it's difficult. See, my whole sort of point was I don't think everybody strives to be the best guitar player in the world. I think a lot of people get to the point where they think I'm good enough to do the stuff that I need to do. I don't really need to get any better because who are you impressing, other guitar players? I don't know. I may be just saying that because I'm rubbish. I don't know. That's it. Aye, Dave Lewis got one of these classic vibes Squires. They're pretty cool, like, I've got to say. Stevie says he wanted to play the Who songs at the start. I mean, that's it. Maybe after 3 years of playing, you can walk out there and you can play a Who album and you think, I don't need to get any better because that's as good as it gets. That's as good as I ever need to be. Yeah. Like I say, I'm maybe just making excuses for not putting the effort in when I was younger, but I don't think so. I think I have a point, and it's my channel, so I'm allowed to make that point. Classic Governor, yeah, it's crazy. I say I don't remember getting rid of it, but obviously I did at some point, and it was just brilliant. Like say, Guitar contacted me to say, "We know you were in this band. Do you want to buy it back?" So it was fantastic. Rudolph Schenker, Joe Perry, Brad Whitford. I don't know this Hendrix generator thing. I have to say, I'm not really sure. Aye, and Rick Nielsen writes brilliant songs. He writes some very tricky parts, some tricky guitar parts, but even on a bad night, I can play a lot of his solos. Hence, I was in a Cheap Trick covers band. Right, so I think I've caught up on that. Where am I? Stuff I found. Where are we? 45 minutes. We've got 50 minutes to go. When I was looking for stuff as well as finding the brilliant photograph, I've copyrighted that hairstyle, by the way. It's Dunsey, when would that be? 75. I found some other stuff the other day. Oh, Johnny Rockstar had the same hairstyle as well. I've got a photograph of me and him from back then. That's exactly what we looked like. So I found these the other day when I was looking for things. These are they be videotapes, digital videotapes, from Hard Rock Hell. And when was it? 2010, something like that. 2000 Hard Rock Hell. Yeah, 4th of December 2010. So this was 12 years ago. So I've got these tiny videotapes. I've never transferred them. I've got like about 3 songs of each band. I've got Pretty Boy Floyd, who are one of my favourite ones, and the least favourite band of many of my friends. Hate Pretty Boy Floyd, but I like them. Enough's Enough. I think they did as a 3-piece. LA Guns with Jizzy Pearl singing. So I've got that one. I've got Gentleman's Pistols, who I think had Bill Steer from Carcass playing with them. Dice with Fluid. This is it. Diamond Head, FM and UFO. So I've got that. I think I've got 50 minutes of that. Skid Row, Hardcore Superstar, Tiger Tails. I've got the whole Tiger Tails set. So I'm looking, if you know anybody who transfers these mini digital videotapes to DVD or to video files, let me know. I've tried a few people in Edinburgh, but they said, "Oh, it's copyrighted material, mate. Not allowed to do that." And I thought, I don't think many folk are interested in bootlegging Tiger Tails. I'm not knocking that. I'm a big fan of Tiger Tails, but it's like, know your market. So that was what else did I find? I found Donington, Rocking the Castle, 1985. Johnny Rockstar was there. He was with me. ZZ Top, Marillion, Bon Jovi, Rat, Metallica and Magnum. My memories of this are being so excited to see Rat and Metallica. I think this was the first time Rat had played in the UK. I think they flew across to do this one gig, and it was our first time seeing Metallica. Blown away by how good Metallica were in that. 1985. I fell asleep during Marillion. Got a good 40 winks during their set. No knocking them, I'm just saying I fell asleep during the set. Bon Jovi were good, Bon Jovi write great songs. And ZZ Top were brilliant, so I found that the other day. Found my Rocking the Castle, Donington, 1985. I didn't go in 1984. I've got a few friends who are a year older than me. Gordon probably, who went in 84, but I didn't have a job, so I didn't go in 84, and I missed AC/DC Crew and Accept, Gary Moore. I can't even remember. Who else was it? 84. Van Halen. How could I forget Van Halen? And this week, I've been going back and listening to one of my favourite albums of all time. Never work out the camera works. Don't Break the Oath by Merciful Fate. This, if you were making a top 10 classic heavy metal albums, this would be in it. Can I play any of these tunes? I can play bits of most of them, but if I had to sit down and do the whole of A Dangerous Meeting, I'd have to do in about 100 takes because there's so many parts in it. Catch up on these again. It's always about the song. You only need to be as good as your song is. A great guitar player doesn't make a shit song any better. I always think. Apologies for the terrible language on a Sunday. Sorry about that. You've made it as a guitar player when your local guitar store has you on speed dial to inform you of your old gear. I think you've made it as a guitar buyer. is more like it. You'll probably buy this shit old pedal back. It sounds great. I had it on the other day. I was playing through and it sounds really good there. Max Webster they're from Toronto as well. Yes, I mean not I'm more familiar with what's his name, solo stuff, guitar player. Fred saw them, yeah. Who did they do with the Sporting? I'm sure Fred said they were Sporting Angel, or was them an Angel or something like that. I need to do an interview with Fred. Fred grew up in Detroit, and when I first met him, like our conversation was about 3 hours of, no way, you saw the Runaways and Cheap Trick, like on the same bill, and Tom Petty all on the same bill, and he's yeah, and I saw blah blah blah, the Nuge, and then I saw Kiss and stuff like that. It's like, oh man. So yes, I need to do a full video with Fred, and he can Kim Mitchell, that was it. A full video with Fred about all the bands he saw back in the day. Somebody mentioned my haircut. I'll maybe post a picture if people want to copy it, because it's timeless. I would refer to it as a timeless hairstyle if your mum has a pudding bowl and a pair of blunt scissors. Rat Sported Izzy. I saw them sporting Aussie. Oh, sorry, Gordon. They sported Aussie in '86. Their first UK gig, as far as I'm aware, I may be wrong, was that Donington, I think. So I'll maybe finish another song if that's cool with everybody. Again, it'll be one of my own songs that I've got a backing track for, and I'll just be whittling away on the old electric 6-string. None of these songs really had guitar solos on the album. I mean, if you go and search Dead Eyes Opened on Spotify, you'll find these tunes, and I think out of all the sort of bands I've done, that was a band where when I listen back now, I think I'm quite pleased with what I did on the guitar. There's no solos or anything. There's very few solos, but I think there's some quite intricate parts. And I think it was all quite well put together. Spooks and I thought put the whole sort of thing together really well. So Dead Eyes Opened on Spotify. Do check it out. What date is my LA gig? Oh, I'm not told anybody this. If you live in Los Angeles, apparently, I will be there on I can't mind the date, beginning of November. I think Fred said, I think it's the same day as the US election. I'm doing a gig in Los Angeles, some part of Los Angeles, I can't remember where it is. It's a 3-day festival, I think. Once it's all confirmed, I mean, we've been on the posters and stuff like that, but still to dot the I's and cross T's and stuff. But I believe that's next November, so I think we're trying to get a couple of gigs when we're across there. Probably just still on the West Coast, I would expect. So yes, I'll let you know near the time if you're in that area of the world. Please do pop down and get some goth rocking. Get your best goth hat on and pop down to see Twisted Nerve. My mum used to use sellotape for a fringe template. Oh man, see the stories you could tell for the 70s. It's just like, and my mum must have thought, I'll save a bit of money so he doesn't have to go and get his hair cut, which would have been, I don't know, £1.75 or something. And I'll just cut his hair. Jeez, oh man. Right, quickly, I was thinking about this the other day, that people probably wonder what I watch on YouTube. No, it's nothing like that. I probably spend 20 to 30 hours a week making videos for my own channel, like preparing stuff and backing tracks and that. So a whole lot of my time isn't spent, if I need to learn guitar stuff, I'll go and do that, but a lot of my downtime on YouTube is spent watching other stuff. My favourite channel is, I can't remember the name of the channel actually. It's just this, he's got millions of subscribers, and he's filming himself at work, and his work is digging out ponds and rescuing other excavation equipment that have sunk into ponds, and it's like an hour video, and I'll just sit there for an hour on the couch at night just watching this guy rescuing excavators from ponds. Man, I wish I had a day job that was that interesting, where you could have millions of subscribers on YouTube. And the other channel that I watch a lot is Drumeo, which is brilliant. They do this thing where they'll get like I think the biggest one is Larnell Lewis, learning Enter Sandman, and he plays it after one listen. And they've got all that sort of thing. They've got Domino Santantino, I think, doing Slipknot and stuff. And they just give them like 5 minutes to listen to the song, and then they just play it. And it's just incredible. I mean, the level of musicianship that these drummers have. I don't think I'd be able to do that on the guitar. You know, like if you, even an album I know, like if you put on Merciful Fate and said, we'll give you 5 minutes, can you play along like all I did the other day there with Megadeth, and you learned it, I don't know, in an hour or something, 40 minutes. I don't think I'd be able to do that. So yeah, I watch videos about people rescuing excavators with other excavators, and I watch videos about drummers playing impossible drum parts on songs that they don't know. There you go. So I will quickly catch up on comments, then I'll finish with another tune if I can work out. It's in drop D, so I'll need to retune. Steve Cassidy, how you doing, sir? A fellow Scot, a Dundonian. When was I last in Dundee? Played Fat Sam's a few years ago, actually. No worries, sir. I'm actually just about to call it a day because my dinner is a calling. So what I'll do is, I think I need to change I've got another laptop over here that I'm working off as well. So I'll put that backing track on, just a second. So this one is a track called Butterflies, which again is Dead Eyes Opened, and it's on, when did we put this out? I don't know, 2015, it was a long time ago, 2015. It's on Spotify. Dead Eyes Opened, I think this is Expectations EP, so I'll play along with that. I don't think there was any solo on it. There's maybe like a bit of melody on the original. I'll plug my guitar in. It's not in drop D, so I'll need to quickly tune my guitar. I'll leave the mic on just now though, but once I go to play guitar I will turn the mic off, I'll play along with this, and then I'll close my live stream and go and get my dinner. Here's a funny thing, when I was in America last year, at Fred's and Raleigh, I said something like, Jane's just a way to get the messages. Now if you're Scottish, as Steve Cassidy will know, and like Gordon and Rab will know, if you're going to get the messages, you're a way to do your shopping. So of course Fred's looking at me thinking, what, like email messages or phone messages? And I goes, no, the messages. So it's shopping. She's a way to get the shopping. So I don't know where I was going with that. So I'll get this in tune. And then this is a song, there's no vocals on it, which is, lucky for you I'm not singing on this one. Although I'm going to do a video about how we wrote these songs. I do have the original version of this from 2012, and it's got me. I mean, I use the word singing advisedly and very loosely on it. So I think this it'd be good to go. I've got a lot of effects on this because I'm playing goth. So yes, so we're almost at an hour. Folks, I genuinely do appreciate it. I won't be doing another live till next year. Thank you for turning up. If I don't speak to you beforehand, I hope you, your family, friends, everybody have a great festive season, and I'll be putting some videos out there, hopefully stuff you like, lessons, reviews, and I'm going to see if I can talk my wife into making a traditional end of year video where we just try and do something for a laugh. So yes, I'll catch you in a bit. I'm going to play this tune and then I'll end the stream. I'm going to turn my mic off. I'm going to turn my mic off the same way it was when I started this live stream.